What's going on, everyone? My name is Jack Southall and I'm here today with my NXT Takeover Brooklyn review, and damn, that was a good show. Definitely by what you can see if on my Twitter account. You want to check me out, twitter.com/jackmanlaw31. Yeah, I love this show. It was absolutely fantastic, exceeded all of my expectations for it, and it was just a great, fantastic show, man. Like, I know Lucha Underground's episode 38 and 39 was my favourite wrestling show of the year, but God, this one's up there, man. This one is up there. So, let's just talk about the first match we have here. It is Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Actually, before we get to that match, which I will, we started off the show with Triple H standing in the ring, the lights were out, and he's saying, "Welcome to NXT!" Ah! You know, the crowd was just amazing tonight in Brooklyn, New York, Barclays Center. One day removed from SummerSlam, well, one day before SummerSlam. So first match, Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tyler Breeze. Very fun opener, seeing Jushin Liger come out and the crowd just going nuts, really cool. Tyler Breeze came out and all these people with the Empire State Building on top of their fucking heads, and you know, Tyler Breeze just coming out there. It was pretty cool. Overall, match was pretty good. Tyler Breeze did put up a fight. Jushin Thunder Liger did a lot of cool stuff in this, but Jushin Thunder Liger ended up getting the win, which I didn't have that much of a problem with. You know, this first match in WWE ever. If you guys don't know, he's been a legend in Japanese wrestling and just all over the world. He's wrestled guys like Rey Mysterio and stuff like that. So yeah, seeing him was pretty cool. I did want Tyler Breeze to win, but it's fine. Jushin Thunder Liger, you're awesome, and all that. They've built it up past few weeks because Tyler Breeze was looking for an opponent, and William Regal said, "Hey, I found you one, Jushin Thunder Liger." So yeah, pretty good match, very fun opener. Then we get to the next match. It is Blake and Murphy with Alexa Bliss versus the Vaudevillians for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Alexa Bliss has been taunting the Vaudevillians and all that, and say, "You need to find a woman to help you kick my ass." And they found Blue Pants, who got a huge pop in the Barclays Center, for Christ's sakes. And because Vaudevillians were wearing blue, and Blake and Murphy were wearing some like Iron Man attire for some reason, but it was still pretty cool. Overall, very, very good tag team match. Vaudevillains showed them all. Simon Gotch was pretty cool, but this shockingly ended with Alexa Bliss and Blue Pants finally having a punch up together. But Aiden English did his finishing move, and they are the new NXT Tag Team Champions, which I did not see coming. I'm like, shit. I thought Blake and Murphy were going to retain, but Vaudevillains were winning, which I didn't have a problem with. They're an awesome tag team. I like the early 1900s movie kind of feel to them, and now that they're NXT Tag Team Champions, it's really, really cool. So where do I see going from here? They'll probably face Blake and Murphy in a rematch sometime down the line, maybe on NXT, maybe they'll face someone new, and because they have a special coming up on October 6th, and I don't know when William Regal announced it. I might as well say it right now. It was around this time, but William Regal pretty much went up and said, "Alright, so they're going to do a Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament or whatever, and the winners will be decided October 6th. So it might have something to do with the tag team titles, get to see new teams and all that, which I'm very pumped for. It should be very good, and it starts next week on NXT. Or, is it next week? I think it's 2 weeks from now. Next up, we have Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10, versus the brand new Apollo Crews, formerly known as UA Nation. He wrestled a lot in Dragon Gate, USA, and all those kind of promotions. For a guy that's so big and like huge in the muscle department, he ends up doing a standing moonsault, which is crazy to me. But we did see it in the vignettes leading up to this. And Apollo Crews is coming out there and he's soaking everything in. He's like, damn, this is crazy, you know. And crowd's happy for him. Ty Dillinger is doing his Perfect 10 thing. He even had the number 10 shaved at the back of his head, which was pretty dumb. But then Apollo Crews did like a cartwheel or whatever, and he did the Perfect 10 sign. Of course, this ended with Apollo Crews doing a standing moonsault after like a gorilla press over the back, kind of like what Ultimate Warrior used to do, which I thought was very, very cool. And Apollo Crews gets the win in like a 5-minute match. Really good, showed Apollo Crews and made him look really strong, which was Tyler Dillinger's job, but Tyler Dillinger did the whole perfect 10 thing and he still looked pretty good. Next up, we have Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. Now, the build-up to this has been pretty much, Baron Corbin has just been running through NXT staff for months now, nearly around close to a year, and he said he needs some real competition. He's kind of turned into a dick almost, and he's pretty much saying, oh, I don't need to wrestle 10 years on the independent scene. I did jiu-jitsu and boxing, and I was in the NFL, and he's pretty much showing all of his accomplishments before he came to WWE, which is a very cool way for a heel, because usually internet fans, they cheer for these guys that'll wrestle 5 to 10 years in the independent scene, and when they finally get called up to WWE, and you know, he says, oh, I don't even know any of these guys, so it's a really good way to piss off the IWC, so really good job there. And of course Samoa Joe is like, hey, they called me, buddy, from working all these years. And yeah, that's how they all started out. So two big dudes going at it. Oh, by the way, Baron Corbin actually favorited one of my tweets. So Baron, if you're watching this, thank you. Yeah, I was tweeting the whole night. And Baron was doing some pretty cool stuff here. But it ended in a great finish, in my opinion. Samoa Joe had him in his choke. And I was talking about this, and I'm like, oh, I don't know who should win. It was pretty confusing. But Samoa Joe got him in like the Koji in the clutch or whatever he does, gets him to the ground and does like a submission move on him, and like Baron's like going to the ground, he's like fucking and he passes out and Samoa Joe wins by submission, and I thought, that's bloody perfect. Why didn't I think of that? Like, Baron Corbin still looks strong because he didn't tap out, and Samoa Joe looks strong because he won the match and he made him pass out. So they both look good here. So Baron Corbin's not a complete, he hasn't lost by pinfall yet, but he has lost by submission. I expect Baron to be very angry in the next NXTs, and he's going to run through somebody, and I think sooner or later he is going to get a shot at the NXT title. When, we'll just have to wait and see, maybe at the next special, maybe sometime else down the line. Our next contest, just holy shit, where do I start with this match? Sasha Banks versus Bayley for the NXT Women's Championship. One of, if not the greatest women's wrestling match I have ever seen. Ever. I haven't watched any New Japan Pro Wrestling stuff. I haven't watched TNA or any other promotion that have had a good Divas match. But this was, holy shit, dude. This has to be up there as one of the greatest women's wrestling matches of all time. And probably one of the best NXT matches, period, for men or women. I mean, the NXT Divas, they're on a completely different level than the men, dude. Oh my god. So, build up to this story is pretty much Bayley is pretty much this underdog. Everyone loves her. She's, you know, hugger, and she's just very infectious, and you want to see her succeed because she seems really nice. But and she's part of the 4 Horsewomen, which is made up of Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. And then the promo package, they show all the divas kind of turning on her and moving up to the main roster, which the other 3 have, and she hasn't. And so Bayley is in a bit of a slump. She's hurt her hand, and so Sasha Banks is like, oh, you can't do it, and all that. And then Bayley, she has a comeback. She beats Emma. She beats Charlotte. She beats Becky Lynch, and then she's able to get to Sasha Banks, and they have their contract signing, and they pretty much, you know, say, you know, you can't do it, Bayley, you shit cunt. And Bayley's like, what, mate? And they have a bit of a quabble in the little thing, and that's how we start. That was the build up to the match. Bayley came out as the challenger. Everyone loved her. She was wearing some cool stuff. The wacky wavy inflatable playing 2-man, the stuff from Family Guy, they're all there. And Sasha Banks comes out, and she thinks she's Alberto Del Rio all of a sudden. She comes out in a little fucking car thing. She has like 4 bodyguards there with her to protect her, and all that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But this match, oh my god, is on a completely different level. I'll just find my tweets just to help me out here. And, you know, it was so crazy. The stuff they were doing, they were going just all at it. Let's just scroll down for a bit. Alright, so some stuff we saw here. You know how Sasha Banks does that double knee thing when she gets a girl on the second rope, she jumps up and lands a knee on it? Well, she ended up doing it on the top rope this time, and I was just cheering for Bayley the whole time. And they go to the outside, and she gets Bayley's hand where the steel steps are. She places it in between that and the apron and just smashes down on it. It was brutal. She was doing some horrible stuff to her hand, and Bayley was still on the outside. Sasha ends up doing like a flip over the referee, who was like looking to check Bayley, and lands on Bayley, which was awesome. And you know, we get to the mat where it was Sasha gets the bank statement on, and Bayley's nearly close, but she stomps on her hand, but then Bayley reverses into a submission, and yeah, she ends up getting like a Bayley suplex, which was 2 count. I thought it was done there, but after a cool series of moves, I think they did something off the top rope. Oh no, it was like a Frankensteiner off the top rope, which was fucking insane. Bayley does the belly to Bayley, and she is your new NXT Women's Championship. I marked out huge for that. I was so happy for Bayley. Got a little teary-eyed, not too much, but a little bit, because that was just an amazing match. And then right afterwards, Becky Lynch and Charlotte come out to congratulate her. And of course Sasha comes to the ring. They all hug and they do the four horsewomen sign. Very awesome moment for the Divas. Let's see what they can do when Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte are going to compete tomorrow night at SummerSlam. So then we get Kevin Owens versus Finn Bálor in a ladder match for the NXT Championship. Very, very good ladder match. Of course, Finn Bálor beat Kevin Owens at NXT Beast in the East event. And of course, Kevin Owens, he lost his title. He wants to get it back and wants to prove that he's the best. So they're fighting out in a ladder match. And they took some crazy bumps, man. Kevin Owens comes out, gets a massive response from the crowd. Finn Bálor comes out and there's a bunch of dudes dressed as him. So it looks like he's teleporting. And so Finn Bálor comes out and he's got the demon makeup on. He looks sick. And with the NXT title, and he when he's crawling, he grabs the title, kind of like Gollum in Lord of the Rings, grabs the NXT Championship, and then he does the oh hey, and then just Kevin Owens just in the corner like, really bitch, that's the best you got? Like, it was, he made me laugh throughout this match. And so throughout the match, they were doing some crazy ladder spots. I believe Kevin Owens did like a running senton boom to Bálor on the ladder, and we got the ladder was like kind of set up not like this way but kind of like that, and Bálor hit a back body drop onto the ladder, rolling senton into the ladder because I mean, oh my god, foot stomp. We got this crazy power bomb off of the ladder. And we got a powerbomb onto the apron, just crazy. And then they have the ladder, they have another one set in between that and the turnbuckle. He throws Kevin Owens onto that. Just fucking hell. Coup de grace off the top of the damn thing. And coup de grace. And then, of course, Finn Bálor grabs the NXT Championship, and he is still the champion. Awesome stuff. Very, very good match. Did some brutal stuff, like bumps they took. But yeah, to those guys, great job. I know Owens' match with Cesaro tomorrow night, and I hope he does very well on that. Finn Bálor, I can see him feuding with someone else, and hopefully this is Kevin Owens transition to go to the main roster for good. So, yeah, this was a great event. If I had to give it an award, I would give it a 10. Yep, I'm going that far. Fantastic. Every match kicked fucking ass. And this is probably my favorite event of this year. Just fantastic shit overall. Match of the night, Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Great stuff from those two. Even though I don't rate NXT specials, that's what I would give it. Just top-notch shit. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the NXT special. Make sure to give it a like if you did. Comment down below your favorite match or moment from this card. And make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want more stuff from me. Because tomorrow, of course, is the big SummerSlam 2015 review. I have to go to work, and I'm working from 1 till 5. I have to come back, watch the show for like 4 hours, which would be probably 9 p.m. or sometimes later, knowing me. Then I have to get up, do the review, and yeah, it's going to be a long, long day. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Twitter and Instagram is at JackermanLol31, and I will see you guys tomorrow for SummerSlam, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.